Hello and welcome to the WrestleTalk News. I'm Ollie Davis and I'll be replying to as many comments as I can in the first 15 minutes of these episodes going live. One of my big problems with WWE Raw these days is that the matches don't feel like they have stakes. And no, ice cream blueprints don't count. So we have to look to wrestling's lively and innovative independent scene, specifically the promotion WrestlePro, where you can see former WWE star Ryback take on Ring of Honor's Colt Cabana in a CM Punk action figure on a pole match. Cabana has been friends with Punk since when they broke into the business together, while Ryback found himself a recurring subject in the Straight Edge Superstars Shoot Art of Wrestling podcast. There better be a dumb as chant at that show. As this week's Raw took place in CM Punk's hometown of Chicago, he received many a chant. Another popular chant that night was Roman sucks. But you wouldn't know it going by WWE's YouTube channel. On the Roman Reigns has a chilling encounter with the Undertaker video from this week's Raw uploaded there. Roman's walk down to the ring where he was serenaded by chants of Roman sucks has been completely edited out. But he almost took as long as the Undertaker to walk down there. WWE just cut out that to save time, you might say. And you could be correct. But that doesn't explain the altered crowd audio when both men stare at the WrestleMania sign. On the original broadcast, you can very clearly hear Roman sucks. But on the YouTube clips, it sounds like Roma Soa, with loads of ambient crowd noise piped in. According to a live report on WrestleZone Radio, the Roman booing from the crowd continued heavily after Raw went off air. The boos didn't affect Raw that much though, with viewership increasing from 3.093 million average last week to 3.216 million. But far more noteworthy are the WrestleTalk Raw poll results, where again I was outvoted. 37% of you agreed with me at core, but 48% thought the episode slightly less impressive at average. Speaking of WWE's YouTube uploads, their Goldberg beating Kevin Owens for the Universal title at WWE Fastlane clip has an overwhelmingly negative 17,000 dislikes to 12,000 likes, which suggests it isn't just the smart fans that don't want a part-timer as champion for WrestleMania 33. Something else that should get just as many dislikes is handsome Rusev losing clean on Sunday night. Things were looking up for the Bulgarian George Clooney when he announced his split with Jinder Mahal, but later on Rusev was destroyed by the Big Show. This could be to build Big Show for his on-off WrestleMania match against Shaq, but it could also be for good old-fashioned wrestling politics. On Wrestling Observer Radio, Dave Meltzer speculated that someone has it in for Rusev backstage, as he continues to be very poorly booked on TV despite his obvious talent. Brian Alvarez pointed out that Rusev cut his hair last week and might not have let Vince McMahon know. He also mentioned the rumour going around that the Bulgarian brute did a big goodbye to the imminently departing Jack Swagger, which rubbed backstage officials the wrong way. When Swagger revealed he had asked for his WWE release on Chael Sonnen's podcast, he explained it was an ongoing process. Then WAW, British Wrestling, the promotion run by Paige's family, announced Swagger would be facing Alberto Del Rio in his first post-WWE match the following week. This seems to have also drawn some heat from WWE, as they quickly issued a statement reading, "Jack Swagger has not been granted a release from his WWE contract. When he is granted his release, Jack Swagger will remain under exclusive contract to WWE for 90 days and will be compensated accordingly during that period." Which means he can't turn up for TNA Impact Wrestling for at least 3 months. WAW then announced Chris Masters will be taking Swagger's place in the Del Rio match, and that the All-American American will appear later on in the year. Everyone's shooting on everyone in WWE right now. Find out about The Miz shooting on John Cena, Daniel Bryan shooting on his wrestling return, and Triple H's Raw shoot on CM Punk by clicking the videos on the left and press subscribe. I've been Ollie Davis, and that was wrestling.